you about this room, and we're going to take turns looking at the room. Now, when you have your friends over, do you bring them to your bedroom sometimes to play?
Yes.
Wow, in the mid-19th century, 19th century people did not bring visitors to their sleeping chambers.
That's messed up.
Well, that's just the way it was. And remember, where were you children sleeping anyway? Would you have had a nice room like this?
Yes. No.
No, you would have been in the nursery because children were seen and not heard. But anyway, so you'll see that this room doesn't have a fancy carpet. This has a sisal and hemp floor matting. And we call this room George's room. George was the eldest Bartow son.
He's short.
He can't see.
Be very careful because George Washington is behind you. We don't want him to come crashing down.
He's gonna snap.
Sorry. Boys and girls. All right, now, remember, who remembers how many children were in the Bartow family? Seven. Very good.
That's
4 boys and 3 girls. Now, we're looking at George's room. George was 18 years old when his youngest brother, Theodoret, was born. So there was a big gap in ages of all the children. But this room is decorated for a young gentleman, and it's very simple. And it was the custom for American families to hang portraits of the political figures of the day in their homes. And you all know who that man is. That's George Washington. We talked about how only wealthy people could afford to have their portraits painted. So this is a lithograph. It's a poster. It's like a poster, a more affordable way to have a picture of George Washington in your home. So does anybody have a photograph of President Obama in their home?
Yes.
No.
So it's still the custom today to have pictures of the political figures of the day in American homes. So some things haven't changed 172 years later. Yes, what's your question?
In this bedroom, did people who was married sleep in that small little bed?
That's possible, but this is a young man's room. We're going to look at other beds in the other rooms. But I want everybody to try to, you come forward like this. Everybody, you come forward too, because I want you to be able to see, and I want, young man, I want you to come forward too. And I want you to stand in the back so that you can see. Now I'm going to show you some, you're going to come in the middle. So come together. Now I'm going to turn off every light in this room because you're going to be amazed. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off.
Yeah, you're pushing.
Then I'm going to turn the tree off. Watch what happens when I close the pocket shutters. Every room in the house has these, and this room doesn't have any curtains or window treatments.
Oh my gosh.
Now you can see how important natural light is coming through these great big windows.
It's really dark.
Now what I'll show you is I'll turn back on the Christmas tree. So, we've already talked about how the house was heated with fireplaces or Franklin stoves. We know that natural light, oil-burning lamps, and candles provided light. Now we have to talk about the fact that there was no plumbing. That means no running water, and that means no bathrooms. Be very careful. People had outdoor privies or outhouses or used chamber pots. Now I'm going to show you a chamber pot. This is a chamber pot.
Oh, nice.
Did you see the films Harry Potter?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
This is not a teacup for Hagrid. This is a chamber pot. This was used as a toilet. And it was the chambermaid's job to clean the chamber pots.
They didn't have plumbing, so they did not have toilets.
This small piece of furniture is like a potty, and there's a chamber pot inside here. Remember, there was no plumbing. That means no toilets, no showers, no running water.
How did they take a shower?
The servants, imagine how hard the Irish servants had to work. They would have to heat the water in the kitchen or the basement and bring it upstairs. Yes.
If they had if they took a number 2, do they have paper?
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. Hygiene was very important to people then as it is now. Okay? So, now we're going to go to the room across the hall. There's 2 viewing areas, so we'll